the week that was in the NBA for week 4. Let's go over the games I played last week. Let's get into it. Start with Monday, November 11th. Cleveland continues to remain unbeaten. They still unbeaten. They won today. They beat the Hornets 128 to 114. They beat Chicago last Monday by a score of 119 to 113 to go 12-0. Donovan Mitchell had a season high 36 points, and they became the 8th NBA team to begin a season with 12 straight wins. That's how last week started. Then you had Houston beating Washington, Brooklyn beat New Orleans, OKC beat the Clippers, and Sacramento beat San Antonio. Now, so far right now, we're dealing with, in the NBA, you have the NBA in-season tournament, the group play, NBA Cup. So Atlanta beat Boston by a score of 117-116. Dyson Daniels, career high 28 points. Jalen Johnson had a triple-double. As they beat the Celtics. Nayika Okongwu tipped in a missed shot with the 6.1 seconds left. And Jaylen Brown missed a jumper at the buzzer to try to win it. They fell short in losing 117 to 116. The Celtics fell to 9-3, and the Hawks went to 5-7. Detroit is playing very good right now. Look at Detroit. Detroit is playing very well. They won today. They're 7-8. It's probably the most wins they've had since last year. I got to double check that. Look that up. They won against the Heat, 123 to 121 in overtime. They're looking good right now. They're playing better than they did last year. Let's look at it. Check their record last year, because it got to be different from this year. Let's go double check. All right, we got 13 people tuning in to this live feed. Hello, Jacob Reyes. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing the NBA recap. Thanks for tuning in. See, last season, the Pistons went 14-68. They won a spread. Let's see. That's last year, the Detroit Pistons. Yo, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Belami, thanks for tuning in. Okay, the Pistons last year were 14-68. So far this year, the Pistons are 7-8 after the win today. I forgot who they beat. They beat somebody today. They're 7-8. 7-8 Detroit Pistons. So they're definitely ahead of the curve of winning more than 14 games last year. They won 14 games. That's all they did all last year. They were 14-68. Now this year, they're 7-8. They're 7-8. So it's a big turnaround from last year to this year. They're looking really good compared to last year. So they beat the Wizards tonight, 124-120, 124-104. That was the final score in that game. 123-121. That was the final score in the overtime last Monday in a group play. Yeah, Cade Cunningham is playing very well. He had 21 points in that game. Big time win for the Pistons. So the Pistons are ahead of the curve. Now, whoever liked this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Orlando beat Charlotte. Obviously, the Knicks played the 76ers. Joel Embiid made his return, his debut. Didn't do so well. Obviously, he's going to be rusty. So, thank you so much for allowing me. Thank you for saying that. 111-99 was the final score between the Knicks and the 76ers. Joel Embiid made his debut, and didn't play that great. Rightfully so, he's going to be rusty. He's been out for a long time. Again, this 76 team got to be healthy. They got to have Maxey back. He's in with a hamstring. Paul George is back in the lineup, and B's back in the lineup. But they need all three guys in the lineup to truly see what this team is really about. Come regular season time, hopefully they get into the playoffs, then we'll see how good this team is. But right now, things are troubling right now if you're a Sixers fan. But let's look at the stats. Joel Embiid was 2 for 11 from the field, 13 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Milwaukee beat Toronto 99-85. Phoenix beat Utah. The game I want to get into is definitely Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors. This Klay Thompson's returned to face his former team, and unfortunately his team that he's on right now, Dallas Mavericks, lost 120-117 as the Warriors continue to play well. They went to 9-2 with this win. Steph Curry did his thing. He had 37 points, including 12 final points. So that's the difference, man. That was the difference in that game. Klay Thompson did have 22 points and losing calls, but the Warriors are playing very well. They proved that they don't need Klay Thompson. They can still, play great, play outstanding basketball and still do great things. And but like I said, the Cavaliers playing good. They're still undefeated, man. They won today. They 15-0. So that was a big win for the Warriors that this past week. Right, let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday Saturday games. Orlando beat Indiana 94-90. Boston beat Brooklyn. Did that game go in overtime? No, it did. That was a blowout. Jason Tatum had 36 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. Jaylen Brown had 24 points, 12 rebounds. That was a blowout. 139-114 was the final score. Okay, Chicago beat the Knicks. Cleveland beat Philadelphia. To go to 13-0. They became the 16th team to start the season at 13-0. Donovan Mitchell had 11 of his 23 points in the final 3 minutes of the game. They beat the 76ers. Jared McCain scored 34 points in the losing calls. Let's see what Joel Embiid do in this second game back. Oh, he didn't play. I don't think he'll be playing back-to-back games. I don't see him in the box score. OKC beat New Orleans. Houston beat the Clippers. Milwaukee beat Detroit in overtime. San Antonio beat Washington. Lakers beat Memphis. So those are games that were played on Wednesday. Yeah, he wasn't in the lineup. Joel Embiid didn't play. All right. Thursday. We had one game. Utah beat Dallas. Then Friday, Miami beat Indiana. Orlando beat the 76ers. See if Joel Embiid played in this game. They lost to Orlando 98-86. So the 76ers dropped to 2-10 on Friday. France, Whiteman had 31 points, 11 rebounds. Jalen Suggs added 19 points and 7 rebounds. They were to win the NBA Cup game on Friday night. Jared McCain had a big game, 29 points to see Joel Embiid play in this game. Yeah, he was 5-15, 20 points, 8 rebounds in the loss. This McCain played pretty good. Paul George had 4 for 15 from the field, 3 for 9 from the 3-point line, 13 points as they lost that game. All right. Let's continue on what happened on Friday. Detroit beat Toronto 99-95. Atlanta beat Washington. Cleveland beat Chicago 144-128. He was the score. 144, 126. You have 144, 126 to go 14-0. Donovan Mitchell had a season high 37 points. Darius Garland had 29 points in the NBA Cup game. So the thing about Cleveland, man, the reason why they're playing so great because they lead the league in scoring. I think they're top in the league in field goal percentage. That's the reason why they're playing so well, because of those two categories that they lead the league in. The Knicks beat Brooklyn. Lakers beat San Antonio. Best wish to San Antonio's coach, Greg Popovich. He recently had like a stroke, and he's going to be fully recovered pretty soon. So all the best for him. Houston beat the Clippers, and Denver lost to New Orleans. So we go to yesterday's games in the NBA. Saturday's games. Charlotte beat Milwaukee by a score of 115, 114. LaMelo Ball had 26 points. Giannis had a triple-double of the season, but they still lost. As the Bucks fell to 4-9. Still no Middleton. David Lillard didn't play yesterday. But Giannis had 22 points, 12 assists, 15 rebounds. Bobby Portis came off the bench. He had 21 points. Then Boston, they won at the buzzer, 125. See what the score was. It was 125, 122. Yeah, 126 and 123. Jason Tatum hit a game-winning three-point shot. Let's forget the Celtics to win. Go 11-3. Hello, Kawsar. Thanks for tuning in. But according to the NBA, though, the NBA said that Jason Tatum traveled when he hit that game-winning three-point shot. He traveled before hitting the game-winning three. He traveled. That's according to the NBA. He moved his pivot foot with 3.4 seconds left in overtime and should have been called for traveling. The NBA revealed Sunday in its last 2-minute report. The NBA publicly releases reports of officiating events causing notable non-calls when the games were at or within 3 points at any time in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime. And the uncalled travel was one of the 2 missed calls on the final possession. Also, the NBA said Toronto's Davion Mitchell should have been called for a foul against Jaylen Brown of Boston Celtics with 7 seconds remaining. Had that been called, Brown would have gone to the free throw line with the score tied at 123. Yeah, so that Jason Tatum three-point shot should have been counted because going to the NBA, he moved his pivot foot and traveled. Right, 2 people have liked the video, the live feed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Deeply appreciate it. Okay, the Lakers beat the Pelicans last night. Anthony Davis playing very well. LeBron's playing well, but Anthony Davis playing very well. You got to be like one of the top 5 scorers in the league. 31 points, 14 rebounds. This is what he's supposed to do. The Lakers playing great. They're 9-4, 104, 99 was the final score in that game. Pelicans fell to 4-10. Dallas, they beat San Antonio. $110 to $93. Mavericks are 6-7, not playing that great, but they were able to get a win. They snapped a 4-game loser streak. Unfortunately, there's a reason why the Spurs lost. They didn't have Victor Wembanyama in the lineup. Finally, Utah and Sacramento. Sacramento beat Utah by a score of 121-117. The Kings improved to 8-6. Now, the night before yesterday, De'Aaron Fox had 60 points in a loss. He had 49 last night. So he's definitely playing red hot basketball. All right, so let's get into Sundays, which is today's games. Then I'll be able to end this. Then get some headlines in NBA. A lot of good, interesting stuff, not just on the court, but off the court. It's a lot of interesting stuff I want to talk about also before I close out. Um, let's look at today's games, the finals. Finals, we're going to start with Memphis and Denver. Denver lost to Memphis today. See what the final score was. 105 to 90. As Nuggets fall to 75, really go to 8-6. And the Nuggets are short-handed. They're short-handed. I don't think, see, did Jokic play today? No, he did not. He's out. He was out today. No, what's the guy's name? I see Michael Porter Jr. was in the lineup. And Murray. I was seeing have Jokic. It's the other guy. Right, thanks for coming back, Belami. Thank you. Yeah, Aaron Gordon. He's dealing with a strained right calf. And Nikola Jokic missed the game for personal reasons. So he lost 2 straight. Even Coach Michael Malone had he returned after missing the last game to attend his daughter's high school volleyball playoff match. So they haven't been playing well of late. Obviously, they don't have all the guys. They will meet again Tuesday night. Again, about those Detroit Pistons, man. Detroit Pistons, again, they won 14 games last year. They're 14-68. This year, they're 7-8. They won by 20 points. The 6th triple-double in his career for Cade Cunningham. 21 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. As the Pistons, man, 7-8. Looking good right now so far this season. They win by 20 points. 4th triple-double of the season for Cade Cunningham. It was laughing stock last year. Now they're playing well. Jaden Ivey had 28 points. Malik Beasley, 26 points. So, and it was just terrible, man. 2-10. The 8th straight loss for Washington, man. They're just not playing well, not playing good basketball. So, got to take a look into that as far as that's concerned. As far as this team is concerned. But this team definitely is playing better than they did last year, the Pistons. They were one of the bottom teams last year. And it looks good in this rebuilding aspect of what they're doing right now. They dropped their first 4 games, and now they're 7-8. Now they within 1 game of being at 500. So, see, who's the coach? I know they fired Monty Williams. Quickly look and see who's coaching this team right now. Again, you couldn't be any worse. I mean, when you're 14-68, you got to do better the following year. But they definitely showed the improvement. They're definitely going to win more than 14 games. Are they going to go to the playoffs? Absolutely not. But at least they're winning more games. They're going to win more games than they did last year. You know what I'm saying? At least they had a schedule compared to last year. You know what I'm saying? They're playing very well. So that's a big time win for them to go and play like that and handle their business. And that's the thing that stands out when you talk about this Pistons team. Now back to last year. Last year they were 14-68. See, this year, who's the coach? Because they fired Monty Williams. J.B. Bickerstaff. Now, J.B. Bickerstaff is an interesting guy because he coached the Cleveland Cavaliers. He got fired, and now he's doing pretty good with Detroit. So he definitely has come a long way from going from that team to now this team. And they're definitely better. Obviously, when you win, 7 games and 8 losses. So this team is definitely looking good. So far, so good. It's 7-8. One win away from being 500. All right, back to the drawing board. Okay, so that was a final today. Cleveland again. They're 15-0. Again, what does it mean? Absolutely nothing. They got to prove it in the playoffs. They beat the Boston Celtics. Teams like that, that's a team they got to prove they can get past. They're the defending champions. So we'll see come playoff time. They playing excellent for basketball, man. This Kenny Atkinson definitely has been a gem of a coach. Wherever he's pushing, is definitely working to perfection. It's definitely turned to gold. You know what I'm saying? Everything he touches is turning to gold right now. As Cleveland beat the Charlotte Hornets today by a score of 128 to 114. This game was at home at Cleveland. So they became the fourth team to start 15-0. And Donovan Mitchell didn't play. Garland and Darius Garland had 25 points. Ty Jerome had a career high 24 points. Yeah, so they are the fourth team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, to start 15-0. They joined the Golden State Warriors in 2016, the Houston Rockets of 1994, the Washington Capitals of 1949. The Warriors set the league record for winning the first 24 games on the way to a 73-9 season. Now again, they lost that year to the Cleveland Cavaliers in 7 games. So don't mean a thing if you don't get the ring. But they're going to be tested, the Cleveland Cavaliers, because they're going to play at the defending champion Boston Celtics on Tuesday night. That's a statement game. Even though it's November, it's a statement game. Because in the regular season, historically in the NBA, especially in the regular season, when you're a contending team, you're trying to knock off a defending champion. This is where you make your mark. You show what you're made of in these kind of moments when you play against a defending champion or a contending team. This is where you measure up. So now we're going to see how good Cleveland is on Tuesday when they go to Boston. The game's at Boston, at Boston. So we're going to see how good they really are. Well, he didn't play because the Cavs felt getting Mitchell rest was more important. So, he's resting. Then a lot of big games. That's a good strategy by Kenny Atkinson. LaMelo Ball was playing pretty good. 31 points, 12 assists. He did get fined by the NBA for making offensive, derogatory comments during the interview after the win at Milwaukee. Another thing that the key that's making things work for Cleveland is that their bench is playing very well. The bench. Let's look at how the bench played. Look at the bench. Okay, 13 points by Niang. 7 points for Corey Jr. Not wonderful, but they played pretty solid. You got 4 guys in double figures in the starting lineup. Mobley had 23. Allen had 21. Jerome had 24. And everything's turning to gold. But again, they're going to be tested Tuesday night against the Boston Celtics. That's all that needs to be said about that. I'm going to go over the stats and the standings before I close out and go some headlines in the NBA. Indiana beat Miami. I'm not really surprised by that win. I don't think Miami's going to be that good this year. Let's see what their record is, Miami. Yeah, great coach Eric Spoelstra, but I don't think they're going to be that great this year. They're 5-7. Pacers are 6-7, so they're not looking like themselves. It's a young season. Miles Turner had 34 points. All right, Minnesota. This is a big game. Phoenix has been playing pretty good. I don't know if Kevin Durant is back. Is he back in the lineup? Let's check. But Minnesota won a game-winning walk-off buzzer beater by Julius Randle. Hit a 3-point shot to win it. At the buzzer, he had 35 points. 120-117 was the final score. Devin Booker in the defeat had 44 points. Let's see if that Kevin Durant played. No, he wasn't in the lineup today. Yeah, they needed Booker to carry them, man. No Bradley Beal. He didn't play. 9-5 for the Suns. 8-6 for the Timberwolves. Okay. So those are the finals from today. We got 3 games going on right now. First quarter, the Clippers lead Utah 24-17. In the fourth quarter, this is an interesting game. Dallas Mavericks versus OKC. The game almost close to the close. It's about like a minute. Let's see. Yeah, minute and 46 seconds left. Like Dallas is going to prevail. They lead 119-109. They call timeout the Mavericks. And the Thunder's playing very well. They first in the Western Conference with 11-2 record. So this is a big win for the Mavericks. They got a lot of high expectations. See, look at the scores. The leaders right now, P.J. Washington got 25 points. Shai Gilgeous, I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I hope I'm saying his first name right. But Gilgeous-Alexander, he has 32 points as of right now. But they're going to fall short, though. Then we got the Battle of New York, Brooklyn Nets against the Knicks. See what the score on this one is. Let's take a look at it. Knicks are rolling right now, 111-96, as a full timeout was called by the Nets with 3:28 to go in the game. Karl-Anthony Towns got 26 points. All right, let's go with some headlines in the NBA. Some of the headlines. Inside the NBA, obviously that's an iconic pregame NBA pregame show, maybe the best ever for his NBA pregame show with Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. It's going to be moved to ABC, ESPN next year. There's reports that Inside the NBA, they're going to air the ESPN and ABC next season. Again, next season, they're going to be airing that show. So they probably sell between Warner Bros. Discovery and the NBA. And Warner Bros. Discovery, the parent company of TNT, sued the NBA in New York State court after the league did not accept the company's matching offer for one of the packages in its new 11-year media rights deal, which will begin in 2025-2026 season. So the deadline to have the lawsuit dismissed is Tuesday. But anyway, Inside the NBA will be on ESPN and ABC again in 2025-2026 season. So the same quartet will remain. Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal will be on the show. Still be on the show. TNT Sports will continue to produce the popular studio show. It will air from Atlanta, except when the show goes on the road. Also, Inside the NBA is expected to air during key moments on the league's calendar, opening night, Christmas Day, the playoffs, and the NBA Finals. It is also likely it will be on during Saturday nights in the second half of the season when ABC has a prime-time package of games. So the settlement gives TNT, Bleacher Report, House of Highlights, a global content license for NBA content with no rights fee for the next 11 years. ESPN, TNT Sports, NBA declined for comment when contacted by The Athletic. TNT Sports has had an NBA package since 1984. Games have been on TNT since the network had launched in 1988. That will end after this season. So they will be making their transition going to ESPN ABC. Interesting. That was one of the new big news in the NBA, like off the court. The Celtics will celebrate their title at the White House on Thursday. They were making a trip to Washington with President Biden. So they have 2 days off playing the NBA Cup game in Washington against the Wizards on Friday. So they'll go over to the White House to celebrate their championship. It's already Boston's second trip to Washington. It'll be second and final trip to Washington of the season. Haven't played Washington with the Wizards in DC for the first time this season on October 24th. Okay. And the Wolves' Anthony Edwards was fined $35,000 for obscene gesture. Let's see. $35,000. Made obscene gestures on the court during Friday night's game against the Kings. Did a gesture towards the fans. This is not the first time he's been fined. He was fined in January $40,000 for repeatedly publicly criticizing officiating. Fined a 107-101 win for the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, so let's quickly look at the stats and standings, and I'll be done with the week that was in NBA for week 4. Let's look at the stats, team stats, look at the player stats as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo leads the league in scoring, 32.3 points a game. Anthony Davis having a fabulous season, 31.1 points a game. Jason Tatum, 29.7 points a game. Jokic, 29.7. LaMelo Ball, 29.6. So those are the top 5 players that are leading, the best of the best in scoring. For assists, Jokic is averaging 11.7. Trae Young, 11.3. LeBron James, 9.2. Cade Cunningham, 8.6. 8.5, Tyrese Halliburton. Those are the top 5 assist men. As far as made 3-pointers, Anthony Edwards is number 1. 2 is LaMelo Ball. Tyler Hero is number 3. Tatum is number 4. Surprising that Curry's 5. So he'd be like in top 2. As far as rebounding leaders, Nikola Jokic, you can make a cake, man. In fact, he's averaging a triple-double, Nikola Jokic. He's averaging 29.7 points a game, 11.7 assists a game, and he's leading the league in rebounding with 13.7 a game. So Nikola Jokic is averaging a triple-double for a big man his size. He's averaging a triple-double. And last time a center has averaged a triple-double as a big man, he's averaging a triple-double. Unbelievable. He's maybe still the best player in the game. He's averaging a triple-double. For the blocks, no surprise here. Wembanyama, 3.7. Daniels, steals, 3.8. Let's look at the team stats. Cleveland Cavaliers lead the league in scoring. That's why they are undefeated at 15-0, 123.4. And that Boston Celtics Cleveland game is going to be great because it got the 2 of the top scoring teams in the league. Boston Celtics averaging 121.6. Cleveland Cavaliers averaging 123.4. So when them 2 teams play on Tuesday, you got 2 of the highest scoring teams in the NBA going against each other. So check out for that. Be on the lookout for that. How great that matchup is going to be as far as that is concerned. Cleveland also leads the league in field goal percentage, 52.1%. Point differential, 12.1. But number 1 is Oklahoma City Thunder. They're number 1 in points differential, 12.9. And Oklahoma City, this is the reason why they are the top in the league in the Western Conference, especially. They're only giving up 102.2 points a game. Now they're giving up a lot of points tonight against Dallas. Rebounding, Houston Rockets is number 1. Block shots, Oklahoma City is number 1. All right, let's look at the standings. 15-0 Cleveland, 11-3 Boston, 8-6 Orlando. Everybody else is don't have a winning record. Very mediocre Eastern Conference. Knicks 6-6. Detroit 7-8. Indiana 6-7. Atlanta 6-8. Miami 5-7. Brooklyn 5-8. 5-8 Chicago. Charlotte 5-8. 4-9 Milwaukee. 2-10 is Milwaukee and Philly, and 2-12 Toronto. But when you look at the Western Conference, a lot of winning teams, from the first place team to the 9th place team. You got OKC 11-2. So they're gonna be 11-3 after the loss like this. So Golden State may be in first place because they 10-2. They don't have more wins than OKC. They got 1 less win. Houston 9-4. Lakers are 9-4. Phoenix is 9-5. Denver is 7-5. Minnesota is 8-6. Memphis is 8-6. Sacramento is 8-6. Like Dallas with a win tonight against OKC, if they hold on, that should be a fine by now. They'll be at 500. So OKC will fall to 11-3. Lakers are playing good. They've got the longest winning streak in the West. I see overall Cleveland has the longest winning streak in the league, 15-0. So they're going to be challenged this coming Tuesday against the defending champions, Boston Celtics. All right, so that's it, man. Let's look at the final score. See if that game is over between Dallas and OKC. Is that a final? It should be a final. Still a game. 121-118. Obviously, I told you, like I said before, they lead the league in points allowed. They're number 1 in points allowed. They're only allowing 102.2 points a game. Right now, it's 121-118, so it's still a game. 19.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. I'll give you a play-by-play before I close out. So they still in it. Gilgeous-Alexander, you got 35 points. Well, Doncic must be not playing tonight. He's not in the lineup. Grimes, Thompson. And Thompson's not playing well. Klay Thompson only 1 for 11 from the field, 1 for 8 from 3, 5 points. But PJ Washington and Irvin are the guys that got over 20 points. They're doing it off the bench. Marshall got 13 points, Gafford had 11, then we has 13. This game is far from over. Right, 19.2 to go. Now, Thunder did a challenge, so the call's overturned. So the Thunder will retain their timeout. So, thank you, Belani. Thank you for the compliment. Appreciate it. So we're gonna see what happens now. Najee Marshall is gonna enter the game. So we'll see what happens right now before I close out the week that was in NBA for week 4. I'll be back next Sunday at 9 o'clock p.m. to talk about the NBA for week 5. Myers just called a timeout, full timeout, 19 seconds ago. So we'll see what happens. I'd like to thank those who have been tuning in on the live chat. Appreciate it. And shout out to people that have been tuning in. Balami, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for Kawsar. That's basically it. Jacob Reyes, Maxinity. That's basically it for the people that's tuning in. But I appreciate it, man. Again, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's the main thing. Be a subscriber. If you like the video, keep subscribing. I see I had like 150 subscribers. Keep on supporting the channel. To build the channels on you. If you like the content, I got Bible studies. If you read my description of my channel, you see what it's about. Self-explanatory. I do Bible studies. I talk about certain concepts. I read books. Lately, I've been reading this book about Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X. That's going to be coming up this coming Tuesday. I will continue to read from those chapters, those excerpts. Blood Brothers, the fatal friendship between Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X, two of the most important figures in the 20th century. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming up. Be more excerpts from that. It's coming Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. For right now, I'm just going to give you the play-by-play, the Mavericks and the Thunder. Mavericks are in a full timeout right now. They're clinging to a 3-point lead, 121 to 118, with 19 seconds to go. See what they're going to do. Obviously, they have possession. They got to have possession dollars. So I think if you're the Thunder, obviously you got to foul a player to put them on the line to keep the time going. You want to keep more time on the clock. So I think you want to do that if you're the Thunder. So we'll see what happens. It's a long time out. So they haven't come from that timeout yet. So I'm gonna keep on waiting, see what happens. Right, Kyrie Irving lost the ball on the turnover. The Thunder calls for timeout. Once he was a juice ball, when they tie it up, have a tie up, had Kyrie Irving against Gilgeous Alexander, and Jalen Williams gains possession, but Kyrie Irving lost the ball, and it was stolen by Gilgeous Alexander. So now the Thunder has called a full timeout with 6.1 seconds to go. So they got a chance to tie the game up for tie 121 to 121. So they got a chance to tie the game. So here's a chance. This is a game where Mavericks had a lead for a long period of time. They had a big lead. They had a double-digit lead at times in this game. But now the Thunder needs a 3-point shot to this game in overtime. Because they was up by 10. Dallas. Then all of a sudden, they go on this run and cut into the lead. So, had a 10-point lead. Most of this game. Matter of fact, they had a 13-point lead. Looking at the score. Like a 14-point lead, 112 to 98. This is in the fourth quarter. Shows that it's never over till it's over. They had a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. And that was 112. Let's see. 112 to 98. And Kyrie Irving hit a step back 3-point shot from 25 feet. 6:19 to go. That put him up by 14. So you want to see provide a miracle. See 4.3 seconds left. See, Mr. Dick gave a foul to give. Okay, 6.3. Now 6.6 seconds left. At 4.3 was so. All right. Let's see. The Thunder can tie this game up, send this game in overtime. They call it, Spencer Dinwiddie has a personal foul, so it must be like a foul to give. So now it's 4.1 seconds to go. That's what you gotta do in this situation when you up 3 points. They go into the line. So Gilgeous Alexander hit a free throw. So you gotta shoot the matter of fact, you need to miss the second one to get a chance to make it. Yeah, he missed the second free throw, but it wasn't nothing. Yeah, Luguez Dort had a chance to tie it. It's in overtime, but they lose 121 to 119, so the game was over. So the Mavericks hold on and win. They had a 14-point lead, man, 112 to 98 in the fourth quarter, but they able to hold on to win. So now the Mavericks are in a situation where they have a 500 record, 7-7. Thunder is 11-3. So now we have a final in this game. The Mavericks hold on and win 121-119. So that's the end of the game. That's the game. That's the game right there. Final. Mavericks win 121-119. PJ Washington finished with 27 points. Shy. I'm saying his first name right. Shy or Shea. Gilgeous Alexander, he had 36 points. So that's it. Dallas beats on OKC. The Thunder falls to 11-3 on the season. All right, so that's it, man, for the show for the night. Be back next Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m. every Sunday night. Review the games that I played in the NBA, the week that was in the NBA for week number 5. Looking forward to it. So that's it, man. Hope you enjoyed it. I thank all the people that tune in, the live stream, the live chats. Thank you. So Balami, this gentleman, I guess he's a guy, I guess whatever it is, he's been watching a lot, chatting a lot. Balami, guess it's a guy. Balami, I think he's a man. He's been the main one in the chat more than anybody else. So I can thank him and everybody else who have made concerns. So that's it for today's live stream. I'll be back tomorrow for the Bible study. Continuing the book of Job. So I'll be back. And Tuesday I will do the book excerpts of the Blood Brothers book about Muhammad Ali and their friendship, Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X. So that's going to be on the docket on Tuesday. So until then, have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow.